Peace, power, and prosperity, family. How we doing out there? Y'all already know what time it is. Bitcoin Block Bully coming to you once again with an early rising crypto update. We are going live today, right now on YouTube. Also recording New Money Matrix podcast. While I enjoy the semi-warm weather out here, sitting at a forest preserve, so you may hear birds in the background, cars driving by as I'm by a highway. You know, might hear the lawnmower of one of the landscaping companies, you know what I mean? But just bear with me. I do have some good information to bring to the family, especially to those that are involved with the SNX staking platform and maybe staking SNX, receiving weekly returns, escrowed rewards as the SNX tokens that are paid out on a weekly basis, though you are able to instantly have access to the SUSD or synthetic United States dollars rewards every single week. Really, anybody that's been using the Ethereum network over the last couple of weeks, you probably can tell that there's been an increase in the price or the amount of gas that is needed for a number of these transactions to take place. Now transactions as far as sending funds back and forth really isn't too much, but when you get to utilizing some of these smart contracts, especially those on the SNX platform, the stakes are kind of high. Now you can actually go in and edit those transactions, though the cheaper the transaction, the longer it will take, and there's always the risk of failure the longer that it takes. So the article that we're going to be covering today is a guide to claiming SNX staking rewards cheaply. Now, this was just released on the 30th of May, today, 2020. And we're going to get into a guide to claiming these rewards. Now, it goes on to state and open it. If you're staking SNX, you've probably noticed that gas prices have been extremely high recently. We've written this article to explain how gas works, which a lot of individuals do need to know, why prices can be higher for synthetics transactions compared to other protocols, and the details for a strategy known as the Clinton method, claiming SNX staking rewards as cheaply as possible. How does gas work? Gas on Ethereum accounts for two separate components: computation and demand. To pay gas for a transaction, you essentially need to pay a certain gas fee, gas limits based on computation, and then multiply it, which is degree based on demand, right? So computation, which are the gas limits, to quote this guide, gas is a unit that measures the amount of computational effort that it will take to execute certain operations. Synthetic smart contracts are more complex than most others on Ethereum. So any transaction concerning the assets from the synthetic system will require a higher gas limit, i.e., more computation than most others. It might be possible to somewhat reduce the amount of gas limits required for certain synthetics transactions by refactoring the system's design, but this would be extremely time consuming and may not even produce a significant result. We have also already implemented certain gas optimizations already in the Archener and Beetlejuice. Oh my God, Beetlejuice releases. And this is interesting. If anybody that is from an esoteric metaphysical background that listens to such prominent teachers such as Dr. Eileen Bayer, Brother Panic, you may remember the information that was shared within the last couple of weeks about the Beetlejuice star. Real interesting that they use that. But anyways, moving forward. Next, you have, after the computational or gas limit, the computational power that it takes for the transaction or the smart contract to be completed. Next, you have the demand, so which is the GUI. Each Ethereum block can only fit a certain amount of computation in it. So whenever you pay for gas to have a transaction processed, you're bidding against other people who want to pay for theirs to be processed too. Pay attention. You bid with GUI, and miners will generally select to process transactions with the highest GUI being offered at the time. Now, if you bid to process a transaction with lower GUI than anyone else, your transaction will stay unprocessed. And I know this happens to a number of individuals when they are trying to perform a number of transactions on the Ethereum blockchain, and they keep, getting these holdups. It's pending. It's been pending for a day, 2 days. I've gotten back with individuals that have had transactions pending for a couple of weeks, which are crazy. But as it states, if you bid to process a transaction with lower GUI than anyone else, your transaction will stay unprocessed, often labeled pending across platforms indefinitely until demand decreases. They do have a guide what you can do if you're in this situation. Which let me see. Do I wanna check out the guide? Let's get through. I may come back and do a whole nother bill because I want to actually do an example of how to pay cheaper gas prices, how to raise the gas price, how to pay for a fast transaction, average transaction, a slow transaction. I want to do a full out tutorial. Right now, this is just about SNX. It goes on to state if you're staking SNX, when it comes to thinking about gas, there are a few things to consider. The first thing is that you will have all week to claim rewards between fee periods, which open and close at 10 a.m. Wednesday UTC time. And the thing to pay attention here is UTC time, not Southern. Not Pacific, not Central, not Eastern. UTC. So figure out what that is compared to where you're living at. This means that if at any time during the week you notice that GUI demand is relatively low, you can take that opportunity to adjust your C ratio if adjusting needs to be done and claim your staking reward. And C ratio is your collateralization ratio. Current GUI demand is at ethgasstation.info. Or using, they got a Chrome extension which uses ETH gas station to display current standard GUI, and it's called the Nifty Chrome extension. The second thing is that, as we've already discussed, there's what is essentially a flat gas rate for claiming rewards, subject to the demand of GUI. In other words, due to the way Ethereum is designed, it costs the same someone with 10 SNX to claim rewards as another person with 1 million SNX. I want y'all to pay attention. This means that for certain low numbers of SNX, and depending on gas prices, it may not yet be worth staking your SNX to try to gain a yield. People in the Synthetics Discord community have suggested 500 SNX may be the threshold below which you might want to consider or reconsider staking. But at the end of the day, that's up to the individual and every SNX holder to make their own decision. Now, if you have SNX and want to do something other than stake it as collateral, you can always lend it out on Aave or Uniswap or also Duo Network, a couple of other platforms, and they will actually pay you back in a nice amount of interest. The third thing to consider is skipping claiming rewards in certain weeks, particularly if the rewards you're claiming are lower than the gas it would cost to claim them. Now, these rewards will then be put back into the reward pool to be distributed again between SNX stakers in the next fee period. Now, the Clinton method. Clinton, a Synthetics core contributor, uses this method to claim rewards as cheaply as possible. It aims to get the reward claiming process started early in the fee period, but set at a lower GUI than the current demand, so it can be waiting all week to be executed. And by using a delegated wallet, the mint, burn, and claim transactions can be pending all week without blocking your primary staking wallet from doing any other transaction. So firstly, you'll set up a delegated wallet, which I'm going to do a full tutorial on that. And let's call your staking wallet Wallet A, and your delegated wallet Wallet B. It's the easiest to use a mobile wallet like MetaMask or Trust Wallet as Wallet B. At the start of the fee period, use Wallet B to get Wallet A's C ratio to 800% or higher by burning your synthetic United States dollars, which is displayed at Delegate as burn to target. Note that if your C ratio is below 792, whenever you claim your reward, transactions get processed, the claim will fail. You got to be at least 800 or better. Once your C ratio is 800 or higher, you can start a claim rewards transaction. Use Wallet B to claim Wallet A staking rewards as close to the start of the fee period as possible, using a lower GUI than is currently required. For example, the current standard GUI is 32. So you might try setting the transaction at 20 GUI and hope it gets processed sometime during the week. Some mobile wallets offer push notifications, so you can be notified if your transaction gets processed. Now, if you set your transaction to be processed, but GUI demand is high all week, you'll have to either skip claiming the week or increase the GUI you initially used in the first claim. And that's it. Like I said, I will be doing a tutorial. In fact, I'm going to be doing a full another tutorial on how to begin the staking process. Now, on another note, you also have these other platforms that allow you to stake and put your reward claiming on auto. Stake.us, STAKED.us. You see, you do have the synthetics option here, and you can allow stake to be your delegated wallet and do those claims for you. The difference is, like I said, it claims automatically so that you don't have to come and claim it every week. And then you also have SNX.link, which is a DApp, decentralized application, which was built by an individual to facilitate automatic claiming on the synthetics exchange market, synthetics minter platform. So, let me see. Probably not gonna let me connect my MetaMask. I don't think I have anything in it, but let me connect it anyways. Not in this one anyways. And I'm waiting, trying to give it a second and let these actually load up. Let me see. We went to stake.us, and the website is actually stake.us/v/synthetics. That's SYNTHETIX /. There we go. And allow stake to claim rewards and maintain C ratio for me. Also, you can allow stake to automatically restake claimed SNX rewards. So this is the stake platform. And then, as I stated, you do have the SNX link platform. And I do apologize that it's taking a while for this to load up. Which it may not load if I don't connect the wallet. That may be the reason it's not loading. But I'm not going to get too caught up on waiting on this. You can check out snx.link, and it'll bring you to the platform. And like I said, these are two other ways that you can put it on automatic claim. And I know with SNX Link, you can pick the amount of gas, if I'm not mistaken, in GUI that you want to spend on claiming those automatic rewards. I do hope that this was a helpful hope that this was a helpful tutorial or helpful review. Excuse me, not a tutorial, a helpful review for those that were watching in on YouTube, and also for those that will be listening in later on the New Money Matrix podcast. I thank everybody that did tune in. Like I said, I will be doing a follow-up video and tutorial walking you through step by step how to utilize it. What's going on, Brother Castro, Brother Parks? Until the next video, to the next podcast, to the Bitcoin Block Bully. Peace, power, and prosperity, family. I am out of here.